It is episode 7 of the league, season number 3. We have a jammed-packed video for you. We got bowl season, we've got college football playoffs. So essentially the way this is going to be structured, we're going to run through all of the bowl games that happened pre-college football playoff, and then the last about 10-15 minutes of this video will be about the college football playoff. So let's get right into it. Waste no more of your time. You've got so little of it. Western Kentucky taking on Ball State in the Cure Bowl. And let me tell you, this one was all Hilltoppers today on their way to scoring 70 points. Brad Smith was wheeling and dealing from the pocket. This dude was on fire. You've already seen 2 touchdowns from him today. Let's make that number 3, finding the tight end on the out route. Man, this kid is special. Bright future in Bowling Green for the Hilltoppers because, I mean, just look at that throw. Sit in the pocket, wait for things to develop downfield, fire it in there. That is a massive win and a statement end to the season for Western Kentucky. Let's talk about Ohio taking on 7th-win Indiana in their bowl game, and it was Jace Clarizio finding the end zone right there. And then it's a tie ball game here at 7. Not for long. Tim Carpenter finding Emmett Mosley, who tiptoes the sideline, and that is just pure speed. Oh, he almost got caught there, but crosses the plane to get to 14. Let's make it 21-10 now. This is Johnson finding the end zone on the bubble. Now 21-10 lead. And we're just motioning a lot in the backfield here, trying to ID the coverage. Oh, what a throw, Tim Carpenter. Oh, my God, that was ill-advised, but it worked. Hey, you know what? If it works, it works. And then one more time for good measure, 56-27, Ohio finishes this season with 11 wins. Old Dominion taking on Memphis in Louisiana. This is the Serve Pro Bowl, and of course, who is it? It is Tank Hawkins. This guy is unbelievable. He was the returner of the year. You probably shouldn't kick it to him, if we're being honest. I think he's up to like 10 return touchdowns on the season now. Just ridiculous every time he touches the ball. And then on their first offensive possession, they find the end zone again. Michael Van Buren finding it out to his receiver, who breaks the plane there. And then, oh my God, check out this throw from Van Buren on the money. It's number 2. Again, I believe that is Brown who finds the end zone. Same spot, too, that he crosses. It's a little bit of a closer game here. Memphis making this a game, but, you know, Tank Hawkins, get him the ball, and he'll do the rest. That is just pure speed, man. He might be the fastest guy in America. There is a pretty good chance that he is. I mean, he is unbelievable. And they don't cover him on this play, but we're going to throw it underneath. We're going to pick up a block. Oh, we got to go. Pick up another block. That is team football right there. Old Dominion cruising in the second half on their way to putting up 48 points in the victory. Kansas taking on Oregon State. This is not a bad Oregon State team, but Kansas were looking for 10 wins, and they were a team on a mission, trying to end the season off strong. Falah already in the end zone, and then Isaiah Marshall's going to show off his arm strength. That was a beautiful ball over top, and that is going to be 6 more for the Jayhawk offense. Now in the second quarter, 3rd and 8, Marshall's going to take the snap here, and guess who he's going to look for? You guessed it, Tiquan Falah. That's his second of the game. Jayhawks go up 21-0 here in the first half, and they have another chance to add to their lead. If you had to guess who this ball is going to pre-snap, who do you think is going to be the intended target on this play? If you guessed Tiquan Falah, you are correct. He was wide open. I mean, you probably should put like 4 guys on him if we're being completely honest. So that's 3 on the day. Why not make it 4? This dude is only a sophomore. Unbelievable future for this guy ahead of him. A big win for Kansas. Just dominant. Their Big 12 foe is taking on Syracuse, and that's Caleb Hicks finding the end zone right there. Syracuse would answer and tie this thing up at 7, but Hicks, again, that's his second of the game. Now we're in the second quarter, about halfway through. Syracuse stacking the box, and Hicks is going to find the outside, and you're not catching him in the open field. That's number 3 on the game. The trifecta. 54 seconds left in the first half. In goal to go again, and Hicks is going to score for the 4th time this half. Are you kidding me right now? The defense would allow a touchdown from Syracuse, but it would give the offense a chance to try one more Hail Mary before the half. And They would. And this is not the best coverage from Syracuse. The post come down with it, get the touchdown, and then dominate even more in the second half, winning 56-28 over the number 16 team in the country. Central Michigan taking on Coastal Carolina. Coach Goon looking for a bowl win this season. Last year did not go very well for them. And they would find the end zone early and often in this one. Next drive for the Chants. They're running a little no-huddle action here. Flipping the play, doing all the stuff, and that's a busted coverage. I mean, what in the world are we doing on the outside there? That was about as easy as it gets. Tavian St. Clair didn't even have to read anything. It's just, hey, this guy's open. And then they would score a third time, diving over the end zone. And, I mean, if you dove over the end zone, that would be pretty impressive. If you dove over the goal line, and then that's a sack. That ball is out. That's scooped up, and there is nobody going to catch him. 28-10. Coastal Carolina on top. We're in the third quarter right now. 4 minutes and 7 seconds remaining. Bah! Oh, my God. Get rocked. That is just unbelievable. Special teams making plays. Defense making plays. Tavian St. Clair, he stays making plays on the run. Oh, it's just a beautifully called play. Perfect execution. 55-31 is your final in that one. Delaware taking on San Diego State in the famous Idaho Potato Bowl, the granddaddy of them all, so to speak. And who else but Mr. McQueen right there. Brendan McQueen finding the end zone. Ka-chow, you know how it is, little lightning action, and that is just a ridiculous throw. You have a screen set up, but you're throwing it backside. Mason Kelsey is reckless, but I love it. And McQueen getting the ball again, scoring for a third time this half. But the defense can't stop San Diego State here. It is 28-21 now. Kelsey dropping back, 40 seconds left. McQueen again. No, I'm just kidding. That one was Mike Pippin. And it's 28-31 here as we enter the third quarter. I mean, I just don't know how this offense is going to be able to keep up the entire game. Kelsey going to use his legs this time. He said, I've had enough of throwing touchdowns. Let me get some on the ground. But the defense finally gets a stand. So Delaware's winning now, and once they grab that lead, they never looked back, owning San Diego State the rest of the way, picking up the very big win. Nice cap off to the season. Nevada, Colorado State, part 3 in the same season. Listen, I don't know who made this bowl game, but these teams literally just played in the conference championship game. Unbelievable stuff happening here in EA College Football 26, and we got ourselves a tie ball game at 7. This conference championship game was really good, if you remember. Their first matchup, however, Nevada dominated, and Michael Ford, already with 2 touchdowns on the day, was looking to do so again. 38 seconds left in the first half. Colorado State down by 4 in the red zone, though, and they would capitalize with the touchdown to take the 17-14 lead. When the other team has Michael Ford, he can do shit like this. Are you kidding me right now? Are you serious? What an unbelievable run. He gets all the way down to the 1-yard line and would capitalize the next play. This guy is unreal, and this play looks familiar. That's another touchdown. That is his 4th of the game, and if that play looks familiar, well, then this play looks really familiar. That is 5 touchdowns on the game as Nevada would go on to win 38-30 for the 3rd time over Colorado State. They say it's hard to beat a team twice. Try beating them 3 times. Louisiana taking on Power 4 opponent West Virginia, and they get on the board first with that throw right there from Lunch Winfield, and that was C.J. Hester, the Heisman finalist, finding the end zone right there, putting his head down, just pushing through contact, getting across the plane. And then West Virginia finally getting on the board. A little answer back. Can't let Louisiana completely dominate them. That would be embarrassing for the program. But then underneath, that's Cam Whitehair, who takes the catch and just slingshots himself across the goal line. Hey, if you got to do what works for you, I guess. 26 seconds left in the first half, and that is just pitiful defense. What are we doing? Get yourself a map, young blood. 21-14 now as we enter the second half. That ball is caught, and that defense is toast. Burnt as crispy as it can be. You get a little too close to the sun there. We got ourselves a tie ball game. Now, Louisiana just trying to pick back up where they left off in the first half, and it's going to be Lunch Winfield on the keep. It's going to be Lunch Winfield breaking the plane. Man, put your head down, Lunch. That is a bring your lunch pail to work type play. Yeah, that's right. Bring your pail, Lunch. Bang. And what in the world are we doing? Seriously. There's a reason why this team is autistic. I genuinely don't know what was happening on this play. Coach Hingle McCringleberry has to answer for his crimes. That's the only resolution that I can come to. West Virginia, however, does not know how to play defense, so it ended up working out for them pretty well. 35-28 now, 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Brian Kordovich. Oh, man, Brian Kordovich. You're not going to catch him, 80. You're too slow. You can't catch him. White boy's got some speed, eh? 42-35. Cajuns on top. What a way to finish your season. I believe that's 9 wins on the year for them. Missouri State looking to take down this Arkansas State team that may be the hottest team in the country. They were 1-6 at one point and then rattled off 5 straight wins to even get to a bowl game, beating some pretty solid teams, Louisiana being one of them. There have been war stories told about this Red Wolves offense, and Missouri State found that out the hard way. 42 points, and we're not even into the fourth quarter yet. It is a tough task for this offense to keep up, but when you got a guy like Josh Joyner, it makes it a little bit easier, just slicing through the defense like some Swiss cheese, just beautifully blocked up, and he's just got the ball carrier vision that you just love to see. He's not blind like a bat like maybe DeAndre Swift is. Just a random DeAndre Swift stray for you there as Missouri State ties this thing up at 42 on the jet touch pass. Man, when a play works, it works, but they forgot to play defense on the next possession. Arkansas State just marches down the field, finds the end zone pretty easily, and then trying to tie this game up. What a throw, what a catch. Oh my goodness, and we're going for 2. I love the balls here. Put your nuts on the table, Dan Campbell style. Oh my God, that's an awful throw. Oh my God, he caught it. 50-49, Bears on top. This is unbelievable. Arkansas State, 27 seconds left. Oh, what a move. Gets inside the 30-yard line. That's going to set up about a 43-yard field goal to take the lead with just 19 seconds left. And that thing is true as true gets. Just right down the pipe. 3rd and 10 now. Basically your last breath here for Missouri State. That ball is caught. Gets down. There's a flag on the play, though. Looks like it's going to be holding on Missouri State. So unfortunately for them, they're going to have to do it all over again, and it's going to have to be a touchdown this time. They're not going to be able to kick the field goal like they would just... What do you mean they declined it? What do you mean Arkansas State declined the penalty? Huh? No way. Oh my God, that's good. Oh my God, Missouri State's going to win this. Holy shit. New Orleans Bowls champ. I have no idea what just happened there. But you better count your fucking chickens if you're Missouri State. Good God, man. What just an awful finish for Arkansas State. Just terrible clock management. Let's talk about App State now. That's a QB sneak. They had a QB sneak on their first drive for a touchdown, QB sneak on their second drive for a touchdown, and then a fullback dive for their 3rd touchdown of the game. We're actually going to score from more than 1 yard away this time, though. It's a great pass over the middle, fighting across the plane, getting to the corner. App State wins 35-0. Just one of your more uneventful games that was a 5-score game. A very interesting outcome for that one. Expected App State to win, though. Arkansas taking on USF, and the Razorbacks go up 17 with that touchdown that you just saw. But this USF offense, man, their offensive line is one of the best in the country. As you see there, not many teams can give you 10 seconds in the pocket. This offensive line can't. Bulls get the ball back, and they're going to find the end zone right before halftime. 34-31 now. But on the ensuing kickoff, Arkansas is going to extend this thing back to 10. That is just beautiful navigation. Edmund Fitzgerald could have used that on that fateful November night in 1975. Bless up, Edmund Fitzgerald. We're going back to the action. Bulls got the ball right out of halftime, and that guy's got the cheese touch. Number 7's got the cheese touch. That's why you see no Arkansas player trying to tackle him in the open field. Oh, no! 27, you got a cheese touch, man! Oh, boy, we got a 3-point ball game. Arkansas trying to answer back, and answer back they would, and they would do so in a very quick fashion. I mean, this is one of the better throws you're ever going to see. They do kick the extra point, in case you were curious. 38-48. The Bulls are down, but not anymore. That was just a man ball. I mean, grown man football. We got a field goal, though, from Arkansas. Extends it to 6, and then that is just another beautiful pass. Courtney Crutchfield. Yeah, I mean, he is just putting his nuts all over USF's forehead right now. 3rd and 13 for the Bulls. 6:40 left in this game. Uh-oh. That was a miscommunication on the back end. Have you ever had a miscommunication on your back end? 2:20 left. USF down by 5. Bah! Oh, my God. Oh, my Lord, have mercy. Lord have mercy. That man has a family. What are you doing to him? One more time for good measure. Arkansas wins a barn burner 64-52 in the Gator Bowl. And now, what you have all been waiting for, the college football playoff. Middle Tennessee taking on a familiar foe in the Michigan Wolverines, have beat them 2 times already at their place, and Nolan Ray says, hey boys, let's make it a third. That is oh my God, that run just gets you going. Take the 7-3 lead in the big house, and then Ray says, let's get the ball back, let's do it again. Yeah, that's right, 2-score lead now for the Blue Raiders. And this Michigan offense just could not punch the ball in the end zone. They have to settle for a second field goal. And then on the bubble screen, Eugene Hilton, whoop! Oh my God, left him in the dust. His jockstrap is still on the ground, by the way. And then another Michigan field goal is answered with a Middle Tennessee touchdown. This is why they say do not settle for field goals. By the way, Michigan went for another one. 4 touchdowns for Middle Tennessee, 4 field goals for Michigan. We have ourselves a 16-point ball game. Hollywood Smothers down there, and then he's going to finish it off on the very next play. That is just a potent offense that we're seeing from Middle Tennessee. Finally, the fourth quarter comes around, and this Michigan offense finds the end zone. Bryce Underwood to his tight end in the back of the end zone. They will go for 2 to try to make it a 15-point ball game, make it 2 scores here, and they have the perfect counter to the mid blitz. Jordan Marshall just crosses the plane. 15-point ball game. Michigan back on offense inside the 10, 2.5 minutes left. That is a touchdown. Underwood trusting his receiver to come down. That we got ourselves an 8-point ball game. A minute 20 left. This, a first down, seals this thing. And Julian Duggar gets it. He goes down. And Middle Tennessee, for the 3rd time in the past 2 seasons, walks into the big house and beats the Michigan Wolverines. This time, it's for the college football playoff. Taking on Georgia in the 2nd round in the Fiesta Bowl. The Verbo Fiesta Bowl, excuse me. Nolan Ray started the game out with a touchdown last week. He's doing it again. That is just pure, utter domination from the offensive line. And then again, Middle Tennessee gets the stop on defense and finds the running back Hollywood Smothers. He crosses the plane, finding the corner of the end zone. And we got ourselves a 14-0 ball game here in the 2nd quarter. 3 minutes left. Now it's the 3rd-string running back, Jarius Shaw, who finds the end zone. That is 3 different running backs scoring a touchdown here early for Middle Tennessee in the first half. Georgia offense needs to get something going here, down 21-0. Dylan Raiola, quarterback of the Bulldogs. That one doesn't surprise you. I don't know what to tell you. And he's going to show off the arm. That is a tight window, and that is a broken tackle. You don't see that often from this Middle Tennessee defense, but that is just a Georgia player making a Georgia-type play. 2.5 minutes left. Now, you kicked it to Jalen Mbakwe. That was a mistake. That dude has unreal speed. If there's anybody better at returning the ball than Tank Hawkins, it might be Jalen Mbakwe. But other than those two, it's pretty much those two. 28-7 now as we go to the 3rd quarter. That was huge to extend this lead to 21 as Georgia started with the ball out of the half. And that is just a beautiful throw from Raiola, just fitting it in the tight window, protecting his receiver. We got ourselves a 14-point ball game now. But Hollywood Smothers said, not for long. We're going back to 21. That is just chef's kiss blocking, man. A perfectly blocked run play is one of the most beautiful things you will ever see in the game of football. And Georgia's showing you right there. That hole was the size of Alaska. Maybe not quite the size of Alaska, but it was big, okay? You get what I'm trying to say. Oh my God! Julian Duggar got picked off by a defensive tackle. Oh, it was a 21-point game. Just now, literally seconds ago, it was a 21-point game. Now we got ourselves a 7-point ball game. We're 2.5 minutes left in the 4th quarter, and Middle Tennessee's got a 3rd and long. Oh my God, there's no way. They had this thing locked. Jarius Shaw! Oh my God! Jarius Shaw, the savior. And Middle Tennessee is going to the conference semifinals. Oh my God. Notre Dame taking on LSU in the Peach Bowl on the other side of the bracket. And oh my God, Braden Bray, you've got to be kidding me. Oh, that was disgusting. Special teams. A lot in this episode. A lot of special team scores in this episode. You gotta give a shout out to the special teams when they're producing. But LSU's offense, man, they're tough to stop. I'm showing you another special teams play. Don't tell me they're gonna score again. the third best returner in the league. Jonathan Paylor, the Heisman Trophy winner. This guy is unbelievable. His ability to hit the big play from anywhere on the field, whether it's in the offensive game, whether it's in special teams, is unbelievable. The defense, though, not playing their best football right now. I'm not really sure what the idea was there, but they get inside the 1 yard line. Then a few plays later, they're going to capitalize the RPO flat play. It works to perfection in the goal line every single time. LSU takes the 17-14 lead. Back in the red zone, LSU's going to add to it, taking a 10-point lead now as Notre Dame trying to score before the end of the half, minute 40 left, and that would be easy. Jordan Savage on the halfback angle route, or the Texas route, depending on whatever you like to call it. And then the defense would get a stop. They'd get the ball back, and they're in position to take the lead before the half, and they would do exactly that. Underneath, that is another touchdown. Terrell Owen finding his receiver on the drag route. Easy score there. This LSU offense, man, they got the big play potential as we've seen. And oh my God, can I call that a head top? I'm gonna call that a head top. That was a head top, but it's okay because this Notre Dame offense said, "Well, we got you, defense. You're not playing well. We'll cover your butt on the back end," and had some stream issues here, but end result still the same. Jonathan Paylor scores another touchdown to take a 42-31 lead. LSU would add a field goal on their next offensive possession to get this thing to 8. But the defense, man, I'm not really sure what the plan was there. It wasn't a good one, whatever it was, though. But LSU, again, stream issues. That is a head top. And the first one wasn't, that one was. Oh, my God. Number 2 having a rough day out the office, getting lost a couple of times for big plays. There was a DPI, doesn't matter, touchdown. And then LSU get the ball back and score again. They would score again, but down by 8. They're kicking a field? They're kicking an extra point? What in the world are they doing? And they wouldn't get the onside kick, which means Notre Dame's going to need this thing out and win the ball game. We saw Arkansas State decline a penalty. We see LSU kick a field goal down 8. Man, I don't know. Notre Dame's going to the semifinal. They're going to take on Ole Miss. Middle Tennessee taking on UCLA in the semifinal. This is the number 1 team in America, folks. This is a tried and true battle-tested team. They're good on offense. They're good on defense, but they have never seen anything like the Middle Tennessee Blue Raiders. Hollywood Smothers gets on the board first, 7-3. Bruins answer back, though. That is, that's just, he got routed up in the back of the end zone. Let's be honest here. That was not good. Lincoln Kier, though, says right back at you. Oh, right hook, and then left hook. UCLA counters with a field goal. Again, we saw in the Michigan game, you're not going to be able to beat this team with field goals. And Hollywood Smothers up the seam. What a throw from the southpaw, Julian Duggar. This is right before the half. Smothers trying to waste as much time as possible. And I cannot believe the big play potential of this offense, man. They don't show it all the time, but they can get it from a couple of different guys. And then Jalen Ibakwe, as we start the second half, finding the end zone, taking the 28-13 lead. And this is still 28-13, but now Middle Tennessee's got the ball. And Austin Clemens, you haven't heard that name much this season, up the middle on a 13-yard run, finding the end zone, putting his head down. And then Nolan Ray, haven't heard much from him today, but that is another score, 45-13. Middle Tennessee dominates the Bruins on their way to the College Football National Championship. The opponent in that game will be one of these two teams, and it was Notre Dame on the board early. It's just unbelievable stuff by Jonathan Paylor. The guy is unreal. He's not a real person. He's a video game character. I promise you, he's a video game. He's not real. Don't be schizo. Don't be schizo. Ole Miss scores a touchdown there to cut this thing to 3 right before the half, though. Notre Dame's got an opportunity to add to their lead, and they would, taking the 10-point lead into the break. They would start with the ball in the second half, and that would be big because it gives them an opportunity to double up. They would. That pass from Owens, it's just on the money, on the run. Like, there's not many guys, there's not many quarterbacks in the country that can make that throw. I mean, there's just none. Little defensive breakdown, though, for Notre Dame is going to give Ole Miss a very long touchdown. I'm not sure what the plan was there, but Ole Miss had the answer. They just knew exactly where they needed to go with the football, and they cut this thing back down to 10. That was a big touchdown, but their defense also didn't have a plan, and that is Jonathan Paylor. You would think you have this guy doubled at all times. Like, you always have somebody over top, just in case, right? Just in case. But this Ole Miss offense tried to keep pace as much as they could. They just needed to stop from their defense. they would just never get that stop. I mean, this was bad, man. This was really bad. This is another score for Notre Dame. Just really doing whatever they wanted to offensively. They threw a couple of interceptions. Oh my God. Oh my God, Cole Adams. Oh, that was disgusting. Oh my God. I feel bad for this Ole Miss defense at this point. I just feel bad for them. It's just bad. Adams again. Oh my God. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have ourselves our national championship. User versus user. Coach Cam King is back again. The 12 seed, group of 5 Middle Tennessee Blue Raiders have defeated not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5 Power 4 opponents so far this season. In order to crown themselves national champions, they're going to have to do it a 6th time. Somebody's got to win this thing. We're going to have our first user national champion after this game. Let me tell you, it did not disappoint, man. Whatever you think about this game, I promise you, you don't know what's coming. Notre Dame started with the ball, and they're facing a 3rd and 8 early on. Owen's going to throw this underneath, and that ball is picked off. Zaquan Robertson, the transfer from Old Dominion, and he's going to score. That is a pick 6 to start the national championship. Are you kidding me? Goldfish memory, though, for this Notre Dame offense. They get the ball back, and they quickly go back down the field, and Owen going to find his tight end. That is an easy answer for them, taking the 7-7 tie ball game. But then on the first drive for this Middle Tennessee offense, Julian Duggar is going to keep this one on the read option, find the end zone, and take the lead right back. CJ Carr, though, in for Owen as he got banged up in this one, ties this thing back up at 14. We just went back and forth early on in this one. But this Middle Tennessee offense has been a dominant first half team in the college football playoff, and they show why right there. Nolan Ray on the halfback screen finds the end zone to take the 21-14 lead, and then they get the ball back, and they're back in the goal to go. And Nolan Ray finds the end zone yet again, 28-14 lead as we get to the 2-minute warning. Notre Dame trying to keep pace. CJ Carr just launching this ball deep. That one is tipped, and that ball is caught. That is picked off by Deshaun Spears. Oh my goodness. But I mean, Middle Tennessee's got themselves in a very bad position here. 3rd and 13, just trying to get anything going. Oh my God, it's a Dan Orlovsky. Oh no, Blue Raiders could not have that happen. And Notre Dame's going to score. Oh my God, that is a 9-point swing off of the interception. But we're in the second half now, still 28-23. Eugene Hill finding the end zone. That was a perfectly designed play to counter the blitz, taking the 12-point lead. But this Notre Dame offense kind of figured out the Blue Raider defense here in the second half. That is just a gutsy throw by Carr to find his receiver right there. Middle Tennessee would get the ball back. 5 minutes left in the national championship. 4th and 6, just across midfield. There's a gutsy call to go for it. And Duggar misses Mbakwe over the middle. He had the first down. Oh my God, that is going to turn this game on its head. And Bray finds the end zone to take the lead for the Fighting Irish. They do not get the 2-point conversion, though, so a field goal takes the lead right back. Duggar keeping it. Duggar's not going to get the first down on 4th and 4. Middle Tennessee is going to settle for the field goal. Oh, man. You have to wonder if this is the right decision with how well this Notre Dame offense has been playing in the second half. 38-36 now. Notre Dame, 40 seconds left on plus territory. Firing it deep. That ball is picked off. Jalen Mbakwe, he's going to seal this thing. Unbelievable play. They're going to call him down at the 1, though. So Middle Tennessee's got a QB sneak to get some room to knee it out. You can knee it out now. What are you doing? Just knee it out. They're going to hand it off. That's going to be a first down. That's going to see. Oh, my God. He dives. Ball's on the ground. Notre Dame picks it up. What in the world was Middle Tennessee doing there? Oh, my God. They're going to lose a football game. Oh, my God. What a way to lose the national championship. I am genuinely at a loss for words. 20 seconds left. I mean, this is going to go right through the uprights. You kind of have to kick it with no timeouts left. That one is good. They're going to kick it off to Jalen Mbakwe. I wouldn't do this. Mbakwe takes the kick. He cuts up the field. He's got green. No way. Oh, my God. Jalen Mbakwe. Oh, my God. He's going to score. Holy shit. What is going on right now? I have never seen a game like this. Duggar on the 2-point conversion, rolling out of the pocket. Oh my God, it's a touchdown game now. What in the world is happening? Oh my God. Last breath for Notre Dame. This ball is up. Oh my God, it's caught. No, he dropped it. Oh, he might have scored. Oh my God, Middle Tennessee is your national champion. What the hell did we just watch? Oh my God. I really don't know what to say right now. Holy shit. Wow. I mean, the College Football Playoff Committee didn't even consider Middle Tennessee to be a top 12 team. They made it based off of an automatic qualifier. And then they win the national championship. I mean, let's take a look back at what was the 2027 College Football Playoff. Obviously, Middle Tennessee pulls off the upset over Michigan again in their stadium for the third time, winning this one 35-27. And that was a score that was much closer than the game actually was. Ohio State dominated Miami in the 8-9 matchup, 36-11. Tulane fought valiantly against Ole Miss in the 6-11 matchup. That's actually what we have in the current 2025. That's pretty funny. Lost by 10 points there. And then LSU squeaks by Baylor, beating them by 2. Baylor finishing the year on a 2-game losing streak. Not necessarily what you want to see from Dave Aranda and the Bears. And then in the second round, Middle Tennessee taking on Georgia. The Bulldogs just didn't have an answer in the first half for that Middle Tennessee offense, and it cost them dearly. Couldn't dig themselves out of the hole. Middle Tennessee wins 35-28. Then UCLA in a Big Ten essentially rematch beats Ohio State at the Rose Bowl 28-17 to set up a Middle Tennessee UCLA semifinal. Then Ole Miss beats Alabama 17-13 in the Sugar Bowl. And then the other side of that, Notre Dame in a barn burner beats LSU 49-48. I mean, what an unbelievable game that was. LSU with one of the most head-scratching decisions you will ever see, which means Ole Miss and Notre Dame squared off against each other in the semifinal round, and it was Notre Dame winning 58-21. It was Middle Tennessee winning 45-13. For as good as the games were up to that point, the semifinal games were not good at all, but it all culminated in one of the most insane endings of a game, one of the most insane games that I think I've ever seen. We had an Orlovsky. We had a fumble when you should have just needed the ball out, so you pulled a Mario Cristobal. We had a kick return touchdown to win the football game. And that's only half of what we saw. Just an unbelievable national championship game that will go down in the history books as one of the craziest of all time. And it's Middle Tennessee that comes out on top. I don't know if anybody would have picked them at the start of the college football season to be the national champions. I do know that one person did. Shout out Coach Goon. But just unbelievable. Unbelievable finish. Unbelievable season for Middle Tennessee. And unfortunately for Coach Cam King, it's back-to-back seasons of losing in the national championship game. However, if there's anybody that's going to take this loss and get better from it, it is Coach Cam King. And I would not be surprised to see Notre Dame back in this game for a third straight season. That is all I have for you today. If you guys like this series, if you like this video, make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. If you feel so inclined, turn on the notification bells. It really does help out the channel. We are steadily growing. I am going to try to get to, with the change in format of this series, I'm going to try to get more content out there as well, so be on the lookout for that. It won't just be the league like it has been for about the past month and a half, 2 months. So keep an eye out for that stuff. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Catch you on the flip. See ya.